Front Row Media, in cooperation with East Arkansas Broadcasters, presents On the Front Row with Budro. Phone lines are open now at 930-3776. Toll free at 866-930-3776. Or it's a free call for AT&T subscribers at pound 970. First-time callers get free food and a really hard time. Now, here's your host of On the Front Row with Budro. It's Bud Schropel.
Bud Schropel sitting in with special guest co-host today, Craig Miller. Hour 3 of On the Front Row with Budro, brought to you by Gateway Tire and Service Center, or as the cool kids are saying these days, this hour powered by Gateway Tire and Service Center, more than just tires. And we appreciate the good folks from Gateway Tire and Service Center because they are bringing an interview with James Ferris to the people. James Ferris, former Nettleton star, current national champion, dominating performance Monday night in the College World Series. James, congratulations and welcome to the Front Row.
Thank you, bud. It's nice to be here today.
That's your man Craig Miller talking to you there, James.
Oh, yeah, is it?
Yeah, he's taken over the program now. He's been here for, 2 hours now, and all of a sudden it's On the Front Row with Craig Row.
Yeah.
Okay, Craig.
I've been called some bad things in my life, but that might have been the worst ever. You called me Bud. Nah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Craig.
Hey, it's all good. It's great to hear from you, man. Congratulations on being a national champ. Man, it was so exciting watching you play Monday, and I'm very proud of you, James. Congratulations, buddy.
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
Well,
especially from my ex-youth minister.
Hey, you bet. An ex-youth minister who taught you how to pitch. Don't forget that.
Yeah, he left that out.
That is very true.
James, let me set the scene for anybody who might not know exactly what you did Monday night. The Arizona Wildcats, the team that you were playing for, they were facing the two-time defending national champions, the South Carolina Gamecocks, in Game 2 of the finals of the College World Series. The Gamecocks had their ace, the fearsome lefty, Michael Roth, on the mound. And taking the mound for the Wildcats, sophomore right-hander from Jonesboro, James Ferris, facing the national champs, dueling their ace on national television with the national championship on the line. James, what was it like before that game, knowing that you were pitching on such a huge stage?
Well, first of all, I had to prepare a lot for this game. I woke up, I turned my phone off, and I didn't talk to anyone before the game, just because I knew I was starting against Michael Ross, and he has a really, really good history in the College World Series about getting wins, and he changed his arm slots, changed his speeds real good, so I knew I had to get all three pitches for strikes. I had to throw them with authority in the game. And luckily, everything worked out in my favor.
Yeah, I would say so. Looking at your line for the game, 7 2/3 innings pitched against the national champs, South Carolina. You only allowed 2 hits. They scratched 1 run off against you. 4 strikeouts, dominating performance. James, while you were out there pitching, did it ever cross your mind that there are millions of people watching me right now? Did that ever cross your mind, and how did you deal with that?
Maybe in the first inning, I had a lot of nerves because I've never pitched a stage like that before with 24,000 people plus everybody in ESPN watching me. But Coach Lopez, our coach, he's real good about teaching how to slow the game down. And I really just focused on the glove and kind of blocked out everything else.
Well, you sure did a good job. We're talking to James Ferris, former Nettleton star, current Arizona Wildcat, national champ, got the start in the deciding game. During the game, James, I was watching it. Me and my wife, Lindsay, and my kids were watching it. Every time you came on, we were popping in there. And they kept on showing you between innings. You were sitting on the bench in the dugout with a towel over your head. What were you doing under that towel?
Really, I just like to not even worry about what the offense is doing. because I don't want to give in at all. If they score, I don't even really want to know about it. So I just want to stick with my game plan and have the mental toughness that I kept having throughout the game. So the towel over my head thing is just one of those things that calms my nerves and keeps me in the game.
Was that something you do during the regular season, James, or is that just something you came up with in the College World Series?
I started doing that in postseason in the regional, and I had some success in the regional. So I just carried that over into the College World Series.
You know what you ought to do, James, is like Gomer Pyle did on the Andy Griffith Show, put a bucket over your head, because you can just think and think and think with that bucket on your head in the day. You ought to try that next season.
I should.
Hey, James, I watched you play at Nettleton, and you were a great hitter. Obviously, you're not hitting now. They DH for you. Do you miss that offensive part of the game?
Yeah, actually, I miss it a lot. That's one of the best things of baseball is getting a hit during a game or hitting a home run and trotting around the bases. But I mean, now if I, by the way, we hit pitchers BP, and I've hit two home runs during pitchers BP, so I still got it.
Awesome. Well, Budro, I've seen James hit some rockets out of Raider Field. The guy can swing the bat. James Ferris, our special guest. James,
let me ask you that, James. You better keep hitting that ball, because if you get in the National League, you're going to have to hit again.
Oh, that would be amazing. If I get to do that, I would love that.
Did you grow up a Cardinal fan?
Yes, I did. Actually.
Are you a D-back guy now?
Me and Craig are both Cardinals fans.
Well, I wouldn't compare myself with Craig with anything. Are you a D-back guy now?
No, they're still behind the Cardinals.
Attaboy.
I still pull for the Cardinals very shortly.
All right, well, I want to ask you this. You've got one more year, and then you can be drafted and possibly go pro, correct?
Yes, sure.
Is there a number or a team that would make you opt out of your senior season, which is still a year away, 2 years away, actually, but would make you forego that senior season to become a pro? Is there a position that you must be drafted, or a team that you would be drafted for? And what are your thoughts on that, being a year away?
Honestly, I try not to think about it, but I'm just going to try to do my best next year and try to. I'm not going to try to go out there and impress anyone. I'm just going to try to go out there and do my game. But I would love to have the opportunity to play at the next level. That's always been my dream. And if that comes, any team that wants me, I will go to them. And I would love to be drafted. Period. I've never been drafted. Wasn't one of those guys out of high school that got drafted. So.
What position would it be then, James? What position in the draft? Is there a minimum position in the draft, like 8th round, 7th round, 5th round, 6th round?
I would like to be above the 20th round.
Okay.
We're talking to James Ferris. I promise you, he got an awful lot of attention on the next level Monday night as he pitched for the Arizona Wildcats. James, I know you grew up here in Jonesboro, and we've got several people on the line wanting to ask you a question. Before we go to the line, let me ask you one more question. If you would, take us through your emotions. Monday night, you're pitching national television, ESPN, and you are rolling. You've only allowed 2 hits. Then in the 8th inning, with the game tied 1-1, you hit the leadoff batter. I could tell you were frustrated when that happened. Then there was a great play by your third baseman on the bunt. He cut down that runner at second base. Then you got the second out, and a single put the runners on the corners, first and third, and Coach Lopez makes the walk out of the dugout and pulls you out of the game. How did you feel about that decision at the time, being lifted?
I can tell you right now, you weren't happy about it, were you, James?
No, I wasn't very happy, but really I was mad at myself because without me hitting that guy, I'd still be in the game.
Right.
But I do think Coach Lopez made the correct call because, I mean, everything worked out, and Matthew Troop, he's one of my good friends, and he closed the game out for us, and he did a great job.
What does it feel like? And I'm not even sure you can put it into words, but what does it feel like to know that you just won the national championship? Your team is the best college baseball has to offer for this year.
Man, it feels. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I've been on cloud 9 ever since we've won this thing. I don't think I've gotten much sleep. I still have. It still hasn't really hit me yet, but it's an amazing feeling. I can't really describe it. It's just one of those things that after you work so hard to do and you've accomplished it, it doesn't seem real, you know.
Do you have a tape of the game Monday?
Yeah. We the NCAA is doing something for us, and they're getting us all tapes of the game and stuff.
Well, that's great.
Have you watched it yet?
No, I haven't.
You see, I thought I was doing you a great favor, James. I DVR'd the game, so I was going to say,
really?
Yeah, come on over to the house. We'll watch it on DVR. James Ferris, our special guest. Let's open up the phone lines, Ray. There's Jonesboro's proud of you, man. Facebook was just buzzing on Monday night. People talk about James Ferris. James Ferris. He's pitching great. We got some guys that got some questions for you.
All right, here we go. Let's go with Dylan. Dylan, you're on with James Ferris.
Hey, James, this is Dylan in Rhino V.
Dylan,
a few questions for you.
Dylan and Rhino V. Now, hold on a second. Dylan and Rhino V. Do you know who this is, James?
Yeah,
okay.
I know who these guys are.
A couple of blasts from the past. All right, Dylan, go ahead. You're on the line with a national champion, James Ferris from the Arizona Wildcats. Dylan, what's your questions?
James.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, Craig pointed on, being up on the stage and everything, probably the most pressure that you've ever had in your life. And I was just wondering how that kind of portrayed back to, or how you kind of strengthened off the days that you used to sit on the mound at Nettleton Baptist and strike out that pencil neck Craigster the rest of its clan of your ponies.
Hey, help me out, Craig. What was he saying?
Well, he
can't really hear him.
He wanted to know how being in the national championship game compared against facing me on the wiffle ball field. I'll kind of paraphrase his question.
Hey, it's the same thing. If you leave it up to Craig, he's gonna hit it over the park in the wiffle ball park.
Hey, you were just James. You were one of many that struck out Craig Miller. One of many.
Yeah.
Craig was never known for hitting the curveball.
That's right.
Craig never was known for hitting anything.
They're killing me here, James. So, Dylan, that's a great question, buddy. You got any other questions for James Ferris?
I got one more. James, as we all know, you used to bat left-handed when we were younger. And Jacob Warren's claim to fame is that he taught you how to bat right-handed because he always made fun of you for being a lefty. Is that true?
Yeah. Actually, I started... Yeah, that's so funny. Jacob is, he used to live across the street from me. He's one of my best friends, always will be my best friend. And same thing with you, John. You and Rhino are my best friend, too. But, yeah, I was a left-hander growing up, but Jacob Warren used to always make fun of me, and I was like, hey, dude, just show me how to swing right-handed real quick. And he did, and that's pretty much the reason that I'm a right-hander now.
I'll be doggone. Jacob Warren. How about that? That's a great shout out there from a national champ.
Yep.
Fantastic. Hey, Dylan, thank you, buddy, for checking in, man. I appreciate you hollering at us, and I know, you, like me, you're awfully proud of James Ferris.
Yeah. Love you, James.
Thanks a lot, Dylan. Appreciate it. Dylan leaves the line open, 930-3776. James, you want to take a couple more callers?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's go on here with EJ. He's back. EJ, you're on with James Ferris.
What in the world is going on, you national champ, Big Jamers?
How's it going, Eddie?
Hey, buddy, man, I just want to let you know we were great tears in your eyes, man. We were really proud of you the other night. You did a heck of a job, bud.
Thanks, Eddie. It means a lot, man.
We knew that me and Dustin was sitting there and was watching you when you got pulled. He looked at me, and I said, yep, he's upset right now. But we won the championship. But, man, I'm going to tell you something, bud. Craig brought up a great point earlier about you. You know, a lot of people don't remember. They see you throwing on the mound, and we've always said you'd go to the next level. But the bat that you swung in high school and all through while we were traveling, I've never seen power from a young man like what you had. I remember the night that we were at Valley View, and I believe Katie was pitching. And I remember you hit it over on the on 3-2 counts. You hit the ball over the field house on the football field. And
That's right. That's right. I remember that too.
do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. I had to remind Kate about that whenever we saw each other at the College World Series.
How did it? Craig's asked you this question. You know, after it was all over with, when did it really set in that your hard work, your dedication, the things that your father had taught you, and your work ethic, the regimen he put you through a lot, how it really paid off? When did that really hit you?
Probably on the plane ride back the next morning. We were still the whole night. I didn't even sleep. We were still hyped up real big, and on the plane ride back, you just had kind of time to just sit there and think, because everyone else was sleeping because they were just so tired. But I couldn't sleep, and yeah, it felt good. It was just like, hey, we're national champions. All my hard work paid off, and it was worth it.
You know,
and it was one of those self-confidence things that just really got to me, and it's really overwhelming, actually. Just because I do work hard at this, and this is one of my favorite things to do in life, and I'm just so glad that I had the opportunity that Coach Lopez gave me, and I'm glad that God was with me throughout it too. I have a saying underneath my hat that it says, "Life is a journey. God is my guide. We travel safely together, side by side." And he's one of the big guys that got me through this. So I want to thank him too.
Hey, James, that's an awesome thing to know. Whenever you're up there all by yourself on that mound in front of 25,000 people with millions of people watching you, that's a great thing to know that you're not alone.
Oh yeah, definitely.
James, was there any disappointment on your behalf that you weren't able to play Arkansas in the championship series?
There actually was, because I do have a couple friends on there, Cade Lawrence and Bear Assen, BA. But yeah, there was, and also my girlfriend goes to the University of Arkansas too, so she really wanted to see us play against each other. But after that, it kind of fueled the fire, because I wanted to play Arkansas so bad, and I was just really mad at South Carolina for taking them out.
So you got to take them. You got to take them out for your friends, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's sweet. Little revenge factor there. That had to make the win doubly sweet for you.
EJ, thank you for the call. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, buddy.
We're talking to James Ferris, national champion, Arizona Wildcat, starting pitcher James Ferris. Now, James, as we've mentioned, you grew up right here in Jonesboro. Tell everybody how you wound up in Arizona.
Really, my junior year in high school, I had to, my parents, they were always itching to come out west, and I didn't really know much about it, but just overnight we kind of sold the house, and my parents got a new, better job, a better opportunity in their life out here, and we moved. We moved the next following 4 days, and it was pretty hard for me. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of really close friends in Arkansas. I grew up there ever since I was 2. I was there. So
right.
So being a junior in high school, having to leave all your friends and all your family as well is a big thing, and I really want to thank everyone for supporting me through this. I think it made it easier for me and more comforting that I had everyone in Jonesboro, as well as my family, supported me.
Who's coming back next year for Zona in that championship team?
Well, here I'll tell you the guys who are leaving. Really, it's the starting juniors. Joey Rickard, our center fielder, is leaving. Rob Russnyder's leaving, our right fielder. Chewy, Alex Mejia, our shortstop. he's going to be gone. He's going to the Cardinals. Stephanie hit a spring. Our third baseman's going to be gone, and our Friday night pitcher, Kurt Heyer, he's going to the Cardinals as well.
Well, y'all are losing a bunch then, aren't you?
Yeah, we're losing five of our premier athletes on the team, our juniors, our leaders. But I think that we have guys behind them that will step it up and will give us a chance to go for another national title.
James Ferris, our special guest. James, you talked about whenever you left Nettleton, went to Arizona. It was tough on you. I tell you somebody else it was tough on, and that's Coach Pete Prater.
I was thinking of that just a minute ago.
Yeah, could you imagine how that would be to have James Ferris on your high school team, and all of a sudden you find out the sad news that he is moving? James, do me a favor. Tell us about Coach Prater or anybody else that helped your development as a pitcher here in Jonesboro.
Man, Coach Prater and Corey Ragsdale actually helped me out a lot. Coach Prater, he's one of the best coaches I've ever been with. He gave me, he's one of the guys that made me fired up about baseball and made me love baseball with a passion. He gave me an opportunity against Greene County Tech as a freshman to start in the second game, because we would always play just a 2-game series, and he gave me the start. And I remember being at Greene County Tech, and they're pretty much our rivals at the time. And I don't know, I had a great game. He let me stay in. I think I had 14 strikeouts that game, and really he's the mastermind behind it all. He called all my pitches. He's the one that gave me all the technique, strong things to do, and that just carried me on and carried me through the move and everything. And I really didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave Nelson. I didn't want to leave Coach Prater or the coaching staff there, and all my friends as well. But it worked out good in the end.
It certainly did.
It sounds like you made a pretty good adjustment. James, congratulations on a great showing the other night in your only trip to the mound in the College World Series. But, boy, you made the one time so special.
Absolutely.
And everybody here is very proud of you and very happy for you. Just let me touch the trophy one time if you ever get it in your hands, would you please?
Yeah, no problem, definitely.
That's the closest I'll ever get to a national championship, that's for sure.
Hey, James, one more question, and we'll let you go. For the record, and I hope that we're recording this so that we can have this on record, tell America, tell the world, who was it that taught you how to pitch?
Oh, God.
It was Craig Miller.
Excellent.
Holy cow.
Excellent. James, I got what I was after.
What did that cost you is all I want to know. What in the world did that cost you? James, thank you so much for joining us 2 times this season, and we'll have you on as we get ready to start next year and look forward. I got a team out west I got to keep up with now.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
Thanks a lot,
for having me on.
Thanks
James,
for coming on with us. Appreciate
proud of you, buddy. Thank you so much. That's a good young man right there.
It really is.
You bet. Congratulations, James, his parents, Dr. Jim and Linda Ferris, his sister, Jordan Gregg. His sister married Caleb Gregg, who was an Arkansas State rugby player last year, another great Nettleton High School athlete. So a lot of Jonesboro ties in that guy, James Ferris, a local boy who's done good, Budro.
This hour powered by Gateway Tire and Service Center. More than just tires, and thank you, Mighty Craigster, for lining that up with James Ferris joining us on the Front Row, KNEA Sports Talk, ESPN AM 970, FM 95.3, and BudroSports.com. Good morning, 929.